Today we're going to platinum Sonic Origins. Sonic Origins is a modern collection of 4 classic Sonic games. This game has 36 trophies total. 4 of them aren't that hard to get at all. You get one by just booting up the game, welcome to Sonic the Hedgehog, and you get these 3 by watching their intro cutscenes. You get each of these by entering the start screen for each game. But from here, I'm going to go over the trophies in the order I unlocked them. Starting off with Sonic the Hedgehog, the very first game. Now, you can get 1 trophy during Green Hill Zone. Beware Motto Bugs, by taking out 10 of these Motto Bugs. These guys right here. And believe it or not, I missed this one. It's alright, we can come back to get it. First actual trophy during my playthrough was Newbie Hero, for defeating 50 enemies. And eventually you'll unlock Galleon Spin Dash for spin dashing on 30 enemies. And then, eventually you'll unlock Everyone's Hero for defeating 200 enemies. Bubbly Breath by just using an air bubble during a water level. And our last trophy for Sonic 1 was clearing the game itself. You get all these trophies pretty naturally. Not a lot of trophies, but we're only 1 game in. We still have the other 3 to play. Before we get to the next game, there's 2 easy trophies we can get. One of them is very first mission clear, for playing any of the missions in the mission mode. And our second easy trophy is museum time, by just going into the game's museum. Alright, let's move on to the next game. Sonic CD. Now I'm gonna be honest here, but I think Sonic CD is the worst of the classic Sonic games. Look, there are some things I like about this game. Music is alright. This was Metal Sonic's introduction. That intro cutscene is still cool. Yeah, anyways. One of the first trophies we can get in Sonic CD is Time Traveler, where all we have to do is interact with these signs that say past, present, or future, and just simply run fast. And depending on how many rings you've collected in either game, you may get the trophy Ring Collector. In my case, I got it during my playthrough of Sonic CD. After going through a couple of stages, you'll eventually fight Metal Sonic. Okay, I don't remember. I don't think we have to actually fight Metal Sonic. I think all we need to do is just avoid the obstacles. And we get a trophy for beating Metal Sonic. Not long after beating Metal Sonic, we pretty much beat the game itself and get a trophy for it. Cool. Like I said, I don't like Sonic CD that much. I think it's the worst classic Sonic game. I just don't find any of the stages to be as fun as the other games. We thankfully didn't have much to do for this game, so that's good. Now it's time to move on to Sonic 2. First thing we need to do in the first stage is to defeat 10 Stingers, these wasp-like robots. Just simply find and take out 10 of these, so that we get the trophy, Beware Stingers. Also, one important thing we need to do for Sonic 2 is that we need to do the special stages for this game. As I'm sure many of you may know already, completing the special stages will give us a Chaos Emerald. Collecting all 7 will allow Sonic to transform into Super Sonic. And if by chance you screw up during these special stages, you can simply use a coin to retry your attempt. Because of this, I was able to unlock Super Sonic pretty early. And we also get the trophy Super Sonic as well. Now I took a little break from the main game. I wanted to stack up some coins in the mission mode. And also unlock trophies tied to the mission mode as well. Many of the missions aren't that bad. It's usually the last 2 or 3 missions in each game that can be a little challenging. While playing the mission mode, I got the Tails trophy for just playing as Tails. I also got the Sonic CD Mission Master Trophy. Yeah, I wanted to complete Sonic CD first. Anyways, now that I've stacked up enough coins, I can get trophies like Movie Maniac and Sound Savant for purchasing 6 items in both movie and sound collections with the coins we've stacked up. Alright, coming back into Sonic 2. We need to hit a jackpot in the Casino Night Zone. Now, given how random this slot machine is, this may be the hardest and grindiest trophy in the game, since this slot machine is completely RNG. We could be here for minutes or hours. Oh, thank God I did not have to be here for that long. Oh, I got lucky. I thankfully was only here for 10 to 15 minutes. If by chance you're going to bring up the stage timer being only 1 minute and 50, well, that's because I had to restart the stage a couple times, because I did die while playing the slot machines. Anyways, with probably the hardest trophy in this game out of the way, the last thing we need to do for Sonic 2 is simply beat the game, to get the cleared Sonic 2 trophy. God, I forgot we have to do this boss fight with just 0 rings. Pretty frustrating. And that just leaves one last game left, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the full lock-on version of Sonic 3. The true definitive version and best way to play Sonic 3. Also the best of the classic Sonic games, in my opinion. Alright, here we go, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. My personal favorite. God, these games are still so fun to play after all these years. They really are timeless. I wasn't even alive when these games were out, but I think it does help prove that good game design just doesn't age. Despite how old these games are, they still hold up really well. Good game design just doesn't age. The first trophy we get in Sonic 3 is easy peasy with shields, for collecting 3 types of shields. Now, since Sonic 3 is a game I favor, I am going to go out of my way to do all the special stages again. Even though we already got the Super Sonic trophy, I don't have to do this, but again, since I really like this game, doesn't matter. We are going to 100% Sonic 3. Was able to unlock Super Sonic during the first half, but I also want to get Hypersonic. Now, there's no trophy involving Hypersonic, though I think there should have been one. Even though there's no trophy for Hypersonic, I'm still going to unlock Hypersonic anyways. To unlock Hypersonic, you need to do the special stages again in the second half of the game. These special stage rings are also glowy and flashy. Now, these special stages will get progressively harder and harder. So I decided to go back to mission mode to stack up on coins again. Also completing some other miscellaneous trophies while I'm at it. Clear 10 Sonic 1 missions, cleared 10 missions for Sonic 2, and got the Sonic 3 and Knuckles Mission Master Trophy. You can also get the Boss Rush Trophy by simply starting a Boss Rush attempt. Also got the Art Appreciator Trophy for purchasing art collectibles, and finally, Beware Rhinobots. Now for Beware Rhinobots, I did start another Sonic 3 save file in order to get this trophy. This was a trophy I missed during my main playthrough for Sonic 3, but thankfully since it's in the first stage, I was able to get it pretty quickly. And speaking of that main playthrough, I think it's time I finished that. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the special stages in the second portion do get increasingly difficult, but since I've stockpiled coins, I have plenty of retries, and after obtaining the 7th Super Emerald, we can finally turn into Hypersonic. Hypersonic. God, so cool. Shame we never see Hypersonic again. Understandably, I can see why they'll never bring back Hypersonic, because then Sonic would meet the Dragon Ball power scaling problem. There would be a form to top the other form. It's a shame, but I mean, I get it. Kind of a bummer they didn't make a trophy involving Hypersonic. Anyways, all that's left to do now is to beat the game. Oh no, I fell off. Oh, don't tell me I gotta do all that again. Damn it. What? Oh no, I fell off. Alright, this is it. Final boss. This is actually my second time, like, ever doing this. God, this is so cool. There really should have been a trophy for Hypersonic. It would have been like the best trophy in this game. After beating the final boss in Sonic 3, we not only get the clear Sonic 3 trophy, but also the Platinum trophy for Sonic Origins. Platinum experience overall is pretty straightforward. Of course, because I'm already familiar with these classic Sonic games, platinuming this game wasn't that hard. Other than that slot machine trophy, this game was fun to platinum. It was pretty straightforward. Of course, do consider that I have past experience of these classic games. With that being said, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.